guys, what's up? Gzillaman8981 here with another unboxing video. Got this guy in the mail today. I know it's a little bit behind. It's hard in Canada here. We tend to get our stuff a little bit later than everywhere else in the world. And shipping also sucks when you're buying stuff here. But, like always, an unboxing and unbiased review. I haven't even opened the shipping package yet. And here it is. A little bit smaller than some of the previous stuff that I've had. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this box open. Okay, I've got my knife here. Now, if I remember correctly, this box sits up sideways, so I'm gonna try to get this open properly here. There we go. Was packaged very nice. I bought it from a company called Hobby Bee here in Canada. They're located out of British Columbia. And it seems like they did a very good job packaging this guy. Nice big fragile sticker on it. Oh, and they double packed it on the inside. Now, just to break the seam of what's been happening in my previous videos, I'm just gonna take a quick peek to make sure it's the right side up. See, it's not. Let's flip this over like this. Bend this back here, and here it is. It's the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2004. Let me get this guy out of the box. Okay. Tight fit. They packed it pretty damn well. Get this guy out of here. See ya. And here it is. Box looks great already. Ooh, I'm excited to get this opened. So before I go ahead and open the box, I'm gonna pull the box up and close and show you guys what is on this here. So on the front, obviously it has a picture of the figure, Godzilla 2004. I know the suit gets a lot of hate, but I guess maybe it was just the time that I grew up in watching Godzilla. I did really like this suit. I have a few other figures that, you know, represent the 2004 suit. So I'm excited to get this guy open. Side of the box has another photo of the figure straight on. The back end has, you know, the usual couple poses that he has there. Some of the poses marking the movie, like this one here and that one there. A bit of the information on the bottom here, and then just a larger photo of the figure itself. And then on the side, it just has information and a bit of the cutoff from his body there. Awesome little Tamashii Nation quality sticker here. I've never actually had a Tamashii Nation box before. The only other one that I have came loose because I bought it secondhand. So I'm excited to have one of these boxes to add to my ever-growing box collection. I'm gonna cut this open and we'll get this guy out of the box. Okay. Wow, that looks awesome. As you can see here, you know, he comes with no attachments. It's just the figure itself on this one. I'm not sure if maybe they'll release one with some attachments in the future. Hopefully they do. This is a pretty cool suit. It would be awesome to have some of the effects that they had in the movie. But let's get him out of the plastic here. It's tied on. Is it taped somewhere? No, it's not. Wow, that's a solid seal. Oh, would you look at that? His arm already popped off. What else is new with these guys? So I'm gonna get it back together. I'm just gonna skip this part, take it right out of the box, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've got him out, I got his arm popped back in. Thankfully it went in pretty easily, so I didn't have to worry about it. I moved in a bit closer just so you can see him a bit better. I have this stand set up for mostly the X Plus reviews that I've been doing. Maybe I can get it even a little bit closer here. There we go, that's nice. He's kind of in a bit of a weird pose, but right off the bat, I can already see that this figure has an incredible amount of posability compared to the other SH Monster Arts that I have. So like usual, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the paint application, and then I'll look at the actual suit accuracy. After that, we'll go through the full unbiased review. All right, so on to paint application. As you can see right off the back, he is a dark black, almost charcoal gray color, accurate to the film. That little mouth kind of swivels a little bit already. The spines on his back are a white-ish washed gray, along with some of the black detailing along the back of the spines. That follows all the way down to the very end of his tail here. As you can see, the paint application follows all the way through. His toes are a kind of goldish color almost. It has a bit of a sheen to it, along with his fingernails. And as you can see up here, all of his teeth are individually sculpted. There is a bit of scuffing on there, something that I did expect from a figure like this, especially if his jaw was moving, maybe during transportation. And his eyes are that orange color. Now that I look at it straight on, it kind of looks like his face is a little morphed here. Looks a little bit off. I don't know if you can see his left eye or his right eye compared to his left eye. Does look a little bit odd. But as for the paint application, it is very film accurate. What you would expect from Tamashii Animations here with any of their figures. Does look great right off the bat. Now as for suit accuracy, exactly like I said, it is very suit accurate. He does have all the little minute details that, I remember from the movie. The arms, the legs, the actual almost figure shape of him himself. Whoa, that's quite a bit of movement. That's awesome. Is pretty accurate on this figure. I can't imagine it would be as good as the X Plus, as I don't have the X Plus, but I am very happy with how this guy was sculpted. Next up, I'm going to go through some of the articulation, some of the parts that, tend to move nicely, don't really move as nice, and then I'll go ahead and get into that unbiased review. So, starting from the head, he has 3 movable neck pieces here. They can swivel, they can bend back and forth, which allows you to tilt his head quite far back like that. His jaw does move up and down, and apparently also left to right. There you go. What a good looking boy. After that, we'll move down to his arms. His arms are on a swivel here, so they can move 360 degrees and in and outwards like that. That goes for both arms. This falls down to his elbows and his forearms here, though I find that there's not that much movement in his forearm here. It doesn't really allow you to go that high. His hands, 360 degrees and swivel in and out. His torso is just a single piece, but it's quite large. Oh, it's 2 pieces actually. One here, and then into the bottom there. And it allows you to swivel him back and forth quite a bit. So you can bend him over like that or tilt him all the way back. His legs are the same thing as his torso. It has the 1, 2, and 3 points. You can spin the legs quite a bit. I don't think I'll be able to go 360 on that. Bend them a little bit back, and then the feet can also bend forward and back, and like usual, can be swiveled on its point. Now, on to the part that I was really interested in, his tail. This tail has amazing articulation. It starts all the way back at his base plate here, and as you can see, every single piece can be bent in many different ways. It feels like at the end here, oh, I stand corrected. They're actually all on ball joints. Let me get this guy popped back in. There we go. So yeah, there you go. The tail is full ball joint and is not a steel wire like some of the other figures. You can spin it in almost any direction you want. Tilt it up, bring it down, flatten it straight out if you want to put him into a swimming position. His head can even turn all the way up like that. Pretty good articulation on this guy compared to some of the others that I've seen. Let's get him back to a good position. There he goes. All around great articulation on this guy. I can't wait to start posing him in the collection. It's going to be awesome. So before I head on to my final unbiased review of the figure, what I think about him, I'm going to have him here pose in a few different positions just to show you what this guy is capable of. Okay, I think this guy's tired of being posed. Let's get on to the unbiased review. Okay, so now to the nitty gritty. What do I think of this figure? You know, like you saw, straight out of the box, so I've had no time to really sit on this. These are just my first impressions. Out of the box, I do really like the paint application. It's very suit accurate. His scale is also pretty nice. If I grab Gigan over here, he does scale well, even if you just have the Bandai one. I mean, that already looks like a battle scene right there. I'm pretty happy with that. As for the figure itself, there are a few issues of movability. I don't know if this is just for my figure or it might be some of the others. I know one right away was when they actually revealed this figure, and it's this swivelly jaw. It's pretty easy to move it to the side. That's not that cool. You guys had time to fix that. Why didn't you fix it? I mean, it's not the end of the world. You can just replace the jaw in the center, but even if you close it, you see it just tries to swivel off to the side. The arms. I don't know if this is just my figure, but this arm right here doesn't really have that much movability. It's hard to get it to a 90-degree angle, and if I go any further than that, it just wants to pop right out. As for loose joints in this though, the figure is actually very good compared to what I've seen with some of the other figures. There's not really that many loose joints on here. I didn't have any issues other than, you know, when I accidentally pulled him by the arm and the arm popped out. Other than that, we do have this issue with his face here that I only found out during this video. I mean, what the heck happened there? Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Almost looks like he just got punched in the right side of his head. Not the end of the world. Place him like that, you're not going to be able to notice it. Lastly, the only other issue I have is there could have been maybe a bit more work done on these arms here to close that gap out. As you can see clean through there. Even just a little bit of cladding up here. Just bring this down slightly more. I know it might lose a little bit of rotation, maybe if you're pulling it back, but if he's not running, how many people are going to position their figure like that? All around, great figure though. I'm happy to have it in here. Like I said, you know, the 2004 was always, for some reason, one of my favorite suits. I always thought he looked really agile, really evil, almost cat-like. I really do enjoy this figure. I can't wait to pose him in my collection. With that being said, thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe. I've been getting so many comments on my video. Thank you guys for all the comments. You know, it feels good to be back and making these videos again for you guys. And like always, if you have any questions or any other figures that you see in these videos, even if you just, you know, kind of like this guy right here, any reviews, you know they're going to be unbiased. I'm not going to be screwing around with those. Drop a comment and I'll get onto it as soon as I possibly can. Again, thank you guys so much for all the views, the comments, and the likes. Like and subscribe. It's been a bite.